be opening an account, some way to get back into the system, maybe even if it's as simple as an unlocked door.
Yep.
You leave it unlocked, you wedge something in the door, whether it's digital or physical.
Yeah, exactly right. And then the last card on the table is a C2 and Exfil, which of all these is the least English language worded card. Give that back to Melanie.
I know what C2 is, but exfiltrate, steal the stuff, get the data, steal the gold, take the jewel.
We have so many jewels at ASU. C2, Philip, what's C2? Uh-huh. There we go. Yeah. Not cool. Not great. Okay, so those are the 4 cards. During play, we are going to be revealing those 4 cards unless you lose fabulously, in which case we're not going to reveal them and we will just be at the mercy of our attackers. So the goal is to reveal those cards. You reveal those cards, there's a set of blue cards underneath it. There are 4 blue cards that are directly underneath the color cards. Those are the things that we are really good at. We've got these. If you use those cards, you are absolutely positively good at this, which means you get a modifier for any of you gamers, a +3 modifier. Hold on, we'll talk about how you actually do some scoring. The things underneath it, yeah, you can also do those, but maybe you're not quite as good at those, so there are no modifiers for them. Next to that are some gray cards. Don't touch those. I'm allowed to touch those if you roll poorly. And then some green cards. The green cards are just for kind of injects of fun. So don't touch those either. Okay, here's how play works. You're going to have 10 rounds and I need every table to pull up an app or a web browser where you can go into Google and say roll 20. So you can roll 20s. There should be gamers at every table if you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Like, talking about the actual Roll20 website?
No, just a,
Roll space D20.
yep. Okay. CISO says you can play with the D6s in your bag. You'll need 3 of them. And you've got, we'll have modified rules for your scoring, but like you brought D6s. All right. Okay, so here's how this works. We've discovered here at the Information Security Office that something is happening. We do not know what's happening, but we know something is happening. It could be all sorts of different things. We're about to try to investigate and figure it out. At this point, all we know is that we're being attacked. So take a look at those top 4 blue cards, because that's where you're going to get modifiers and tables. Think about which of those cards would you do first? All you know is that you suspect something's happening. Which of those cards would you do first? And then we are going to roll to see if you succeed. Every table needs a designated card person. Kevin is a designated person. Philip, you're going to need to be one. John, you're one. Robert, you should come and join us. I did verify the board looks great. So these 4, you get +3 modifiers. These, no modifiers. This one, there's one help. All right, now that you guys are actually looking at the cards, you have 4 cards that look like these. Endpoint security protection analysis, endpoint analysis, user and entity behavior analytics, and a firewall log review. Those are the cards that each of you have, and you get bonuses for rolling for those. D20s and most of the tables, you guys have an 18 because you've got 3 die. If you roll a 10 or above, you're successful with that card. We'll see what you actually learned from it. If you roll lower, then you need to let me know and I will come by and deliver you some bad news. Is it making sense? Sort of.
So we pick this card.
Pick a card. I would suggest pick one of these blue cards.
Kelly, pick a card. Pick a card, any card. Plus 3.
Oh, sorry. This is endpoint security.
Don't be less than 7. Does it naturally lie?
I don't want to read laws. I want to do file law. You want to read that? Law.
Okay, guys, if, like our friends here, you roll a 1. This is double plus on good. Oh, my goodness. So they got some terrible things happen to them. I'm not going to share. It's their pain to have alone. So if you fail a roll, please let Philip or I know, and we will come and deliver some bad news for you. Oh, okay. Who else passed? Aha, okay. What did you use? Okay, Philip, can you come and help them identify which of the color cards they have just revealed? Hold on just a sec.
Wait, that's like an
Now try to see because this needs to be the same goal of back. Yeah. It's blocked by the firewall. It's not by the firewall, it's control.
All right, who else was successful? Finally.
We got you.
Hey, there's probably even like. What do we get? We use blistering infected to introduce. We lost that point in the middle of this. Well, we have an exit.
I'm gonna get you those second.
All right, guys, we're going to ratchet this up a little bit. Once you have played a blue card, you cannot play it again from here on out. Don't just keep trying the same thing, especially if you stake it at the first time, table number 1.
We're good to go. We're good to go.
Oh,
We might know where we might.
That's
That's like the. I know what the next option choose are. That's what I was starting to do. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Salesforce all over. That is a.
We can use any of those, but we will get a fluff through. So we're back. Save our better rules that way.
See what else you can learn.
You don't have to fail again. That's the full out.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna ask you how many times you've rolled the dice. You guys have rolled 2 times. You guys have rolled 1. Kevin? Okay, all right. Well, you guys are in a tie then for the struggle. This table, 1, and over there? I think you guys are on your second one. Okay, you've got 10 rolls of those dice. It's 11:25. You're doing good. Keep going.
So what we want to try to do. Figure out the building. Right, so. Try to get the initial.
I'd like to use. Yeah.
Log analysis, and then creation, and so we can figure out what we can-
Maybe anyone else wants to know. Try to figure it out.
Yeah, so.
Okay, I'm enjoying the cheers over here. The sweet success after former moments of despair.
So what do we do here? Yeah. Don't want to.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So they actually select these, right? This is part of the-
If they select these, they get like 3 rules. Yeah, and there's a list. Hey, guys, it is entirely possible that you will choose a blue card like our colleagues here did. You will absolutely nail it and you will learn nothing about the threat.
We're doing so good.
In your edge conversations, please make everybody known that you actually nailed that capability. But yeah, we didn't learn a darn thing. However, as we pointed out, that's right. You learned that you didn't learn anything. And if we all end up looking for other jobs, I'll endorse that you actually nailed it.
Oh, yeah, if that's how they got in, then that would help us ready in the town. That would help us figure out the users that are doing things.
I mean, it's a local book. So we isolate the machine and.
Or. We've already rolled the one. Out of the piece of-
The quiet table in the back has revealed 3 cards. No pressure. 2 tables have 3. No pressure to these 3 tables in the front.
But now we have
basically central president and now.
All right, we have one table that's already having beers, hanging out. I'll note none of them are coming to help any of you guys. Are there any tables that have not revealed the red card? Kevin, have you revealed your red card? Melanie, Jean, you guys revealed your red card. You guys have revealed a red card? You revealed a red card. I will note that only one table is actually completed and they're all celebrating and having a beer. You might look for your insider threats. So what?
All right, wait. You could use the Google Doc.
Yeah.
Building for you, but I can serve.
Okay, but they use your two local computer, so I'm sitting in that.
We filled that one.
Do it.
Oh, so we.
Yes.
We isolated.
Oh, okay.
It's the yellow.
Realize. Maybe I don't mind that. Okay. Just like our previous one. Legitimately. Yeah.
I mean.
But they don't.
And one of the. We were not like what you needed.
The first part.
We picked the wrong machine.
Yeah, and there are 2 injects that we chose. Ruthie, how are we doing on time?
I mean, it's good to roll it and then we have like an.
I don't remember. Okay.
There's also the side set up.
I mean, worst case scenario, we have to change the way you make this donation. Yeah, but it might not be meaningful, but we're just gonna roll on the button.
Here. Well, which one is that? Hold on, let me look. Yellow card. All right. What'd you find? Cyber deception. No, guys, you're killing me. Yellow card is your turn. All right, is there anybody in the room who's not revealed all of their cards? All right, these guys, I'm afraid, had a fatal failure. Yep. After 3 rounds? Oh, okay, all right. Do you want to roll again?
No.
Yes.
We've already accepted it. It's 5 o'clock.
Do you have one last roll? How'd it go? Oh, a nat 20? With isolation? No. Nope. Nope. Oh, guys. All right. Some of our tables did very well. Suspiciously well for a game that directly indicates insider threats. Some of our teams really struggled, but it was heroic. And there was great joy. So I appreciate the attitude that you had in diversity. Let's talk a little bit about what's just happened, unless you guys want one more round. I'm getting it clear. No, we're. Let me look. You'd think that I would have memorized all of these. Yellow card. What you learned previously has been confirmed. All right, guys, let's talk about what actually happened here. Everyone revealed at some point during this their initial compromise. Which tables learned that first? Everybody, that was the first card that you guys had? I don't believe that. Do you remember what the first thing that you learned was? Oh, look at you. Okay, but that's not typical. We don't always learn the first things first. In an environment like ours, where we have Salesforce rampant across the campus, where we've got 140,000 students who have Gmail accounts. Like this is, right? 140,000 of my favorite little security vectors. Security team, any colorful commentary on why you guys selected this card for today's role play? Yeah, why did we pick this one, Kevin?
We've been having issues with the email associated with fake student accounts.
Can we just give some metrics there, a sense of scale Like this is a little problem, right? They're like,
A little problem.
Yeah.
1,000 every month.
I was about to say, Robert, what's the real number here? Hundreds of thousands. Do not go purchase them on the dark web. Anybody here, please.
You can just go on the regular web and they sell.edu accounts and it gives you Amazon Prime, it gives you discounts on things. EDU account.
I-
You can generate like 12 businesses from the account.
So did you hear that? I don't know, anybody here play Magic the Gathering? I'm playing a commander deck that's all based on fractals.
Oh. No, I play as commander deck based on samurais.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that I don't think any of the exploits that we saw follow that deck. The fractal deck though, definitely. What did you just say?
In this situation, every time a fake account is created, they can generate aliases for the account. instead of
And?
having credentials, up to like 12 sets of credentials. They can
So just proliferates from there. What a wonderful thing. Okay, the next card, our pivot and exploit with the new user added. Anybody on my team want to talk about why we included this one? Kevin, you still have the mic? He's like, give it away, give it away. Robert?
I think we chose this card because it sort of represents something that is scary for us that actually practice security. And that's the concept of, who is actually authenticating on your network, like who is this identity that I'm interacting with? And so the idea of, having a bad actor or a hacker being able to behind the scenes create their own presence, and then to not actually be able to know that that's taking place. It's definitely kind of the stuff that keeps you up at night.
So we just heard both Dr. Gonick and Dr. Howard talk about enterprise technology. Part of the reason we're doing this is because this is an enterprise-wide problem. And we really need mechanisms by which we're reaching out to all of our colleagues and all of the departments and helping them to understand like situations like this. Okay, persistence, local privilege escalation. So there's kind of a story starting to emerge here. Kevin, you want to talk to this one? I'm picking on you now, Kevin, but you're just right there in my line of sight.
We kind of picked this to more create a cohesive narrative. That there is someone creating a new account, maybe with more privileges in our Salesforce environment or Gmail environment.
Right.
Where they can gain access to data and maybe exfiltrate it without it being directly associated with their legitimate account.
So we're starting to see, and there you go. And it turns out,
It was an insider threat. They created maybe a secondary account that was not being logged or audited, and had the elevated privileges.
an entirely real and very painful scenario. All right, so any observations before I let you guys go?
So the other one had a story behind it.
Mhm.
Is there a story behind this insider threat?
Only that this is real, that we're big enough, we're wild enough, we say yes to everything, yes, and at ASU. And so the idea that social engineering, that we would have real, whether it's a disgruntled worker, which I haven't actually seen, students. Oh, if as the CISO community kind of, it's one of the CISO's laments, I call them, where it's your engineering students that are the ones that you really have to keep an eye on. And we have 31,000 engineering students. So in the grand scheme of things, we are larger than a lot of public state schools, just the engineering department. So the idea that we would have insider threats, it could have easily been a trusted contractor, like what we've just seen with Uber. So that's somebody who's got privileges into our environment. And frankly, we kind of need them because we have a whole lot of work to do and there's only us to do it. So we have all sorts of folks that help us out from third-party vendors. Any other observations before I let you go? Oh my gosh, y'all are hungry. Thank you so much for playing. Thanks for keeping us safe. Have a great Engage.